guys, welcome back to our channel. Can you say hi?
Hi, welcome to my channel. And I do my makeup and my mom do dress me and I pooped and I have no.
Okay, all right, let's move. Okay, so today's video is a fun one because it's an activity that you can do with your little ones as well as do it alone. I know we're all looking for stuff to do while we're stuck at home, and I thought this was the perfect timing to do this. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna tie-dye some clothes and also bleach some clothes. So I bleached some items of mine before. I've made like bleach distressed shirts before, but I've never tie-dyed. But I think I watch enough videos to like know what I'm doing now. I mean, hopefully, we'll see. I'm gonna do it with you guys, follow the steps. But she's excited to do it. We just put some old clothes just in case we get messy, right? But I think it's a fun activity to do with her. It's really nice out, so we're just gonna do it in the front porch. That way, in case if we make any messes, we'll be outdoors.
And it's 16 times. And it's 16 times.
Yes.
And I said 16.
15. Okay. So to tie-dye, I had gotten this stuff from Walmart a while ago. We have blue tie-dye, and then I also got a pink tie-dye. These are the only ones I have, but I do want to I do want to pick up some other ones that you could get kits with tons of colors from Amazon. I'm gonna link them down below because I will be adding some. I ordered actually a very inexpensive hoodie that I want to tie-dye. Tie-dye is so in right now, and it's so inexpensive to do it yourself. And now that you're stuck home, this is like a perfect activity that you could do with your kids. So I'll show you what we're gonna tie-dye, and then we're also gonna bleach. I'm gonna go ahead and bleach one of these dresses from Penelope. These are from Old Navy. They're about $6. She has a couple of them, so I figure I would get this green one because I also have a sweatshirt. I'll show it to you in a minute. One of my sweatshirts that is green that I'm actually gonna cut, and I'm gonna tie-dye as well. I mean bleach. So let's just go ahead and show you what we're dyeing. And these are all stuff that I picked up, most of them from Walmart, but you could get them from Walmart online or from Amazon. They're just really inexpensive basics that you could just grab from pretty much anywhere. So let's go ahead and let me show you what I got. So here we go, guys. These little socks came in a pack from Walmart with black socks and gray socks. They're just plain little ankle socks. Okay, I'll get you out in a second. Ankle socks, and I think the pack was like $6. So I'm gonna dye three of them. These are for P, obviously. We have the 2 bottles of tie-dye, and these come with rubber bands, which you would need, and some gloves. I have these socks that I actually stole from Tone. Actually, I didn't steal them, but I found them in my clothes. So I'm gonna go ahead and dye these, but you could buy, they don't have to be Nike. You could buy some high socks on Amazon, just plain white socks. We're gonna tie these. This little t-shirt is a plain white tee from Walmart. This was about $3. I think it was $2.88. And this one is for P, obviously. And then I got this white t-shirt for me from Walmart. This was $7.96. The material is a little bit see-through. It's like super nice and light, and I actually got 2, but I'm gonna dye one right now. This is the size medium. I might even cut it off and crop it. I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna tie this one. Then we have the dress that I already showed you, that is from Old Navy. You're gonna need 2 cups, plastic cups, or if you have real cups, a bucket, so you could soak everything in. This is the other sweatshirt that I told you I wanted to bleach. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, so you're gonna need some scissors, and I'm gonna go ahead and bleach this. So obviously you will be needing bleach, but we'll do this one last. And then you're gonna need some type of plastic. If you have any like tarp or like old shower curtains or any plastic, I just grab a garbage bag and kind of like cut it open, so I would just have a big piece of plastic, and that is it. That's all you need. Some water, and we're good to go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you have done this already, but I'm gonna go ahead and share what we did. The powder comes inside these little containers, so you want to fill them up with water and shake them real good. I did this over the sink because I knew it was gonna get messy, and maybe if you just pour the water carefully you will make it a mess, but I'm just very rough, you guys. We have everything ready to go here. have the bucket with water. I mix the paint, but I'm gonna show you a little trick on how you could get these colors to line up, because I don't want it to be super hot pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and dilute them a little bit and still gonna work out fine for you. I just want the colors to be more pastel. I laid out everything here, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I also got some Ziploc bags, which you could put your clothes in so they stay nice and damp while they get the tie, because this will sit for a couple hours. So let's just go ahead and get this started. Okay, so obviously if you're doing this on your own, it will go much faster, but because it's an activity that I like to do with her, I try to find ways where she could help me. So the first thing you want to do is wet everything. You could do this under a sink, just make sure everything is nice and damp. So her activity was to put everything in the bucket. Now here's the trick to line up your colors. So these colors are super concentrated, and I already fixed the pink one. So what you want to do is take out dye as much as you think and fill up the bottle with water. So this will dilute the tint, the coloring, and it will make it much lighter. You could just try it out on a paper towel, because it will go the same on a paper towel as it would on your clothes. So just keep trying until you get the color that you want. As you could tell, I tried a lot of pinks before I got the light pink that I wanted. So you're just gonna keep doing that, and then the rest of the dye that you have left in that cup, you could just put in a bottle of water and then use it for next time. So actually this also makes your coloring last much longer because you're not using as much of it. So once you have your color ready to go, you're gonna go ahead and take out everything. You're gonna make sure everything is damp, not soaking wet. So we just wring it out, and then we're gonna go ahead and start this. So the first thing you want to do is get everything ready. So we're using the crinkling method, which is what you see here. You kind of just bunch everything up and then you tie it. There's not really a method behind it. You do it however you want. However, this crinkling method is my favorite because it's kind of like a marble looking method. So this is the one that I did on everything. You're just gonna bunch up everything how you see here, and then you're gonna add your rubber bands, and I just did the socks together. I just did them together and they came out perfectly. So once I got everything tied, this is where Penelope could help me again. This was her favorite part. She put the coloring on everything. So I let her just squirt the color all over it, and then I went in and kind of like got in between the creases just to make sure that everything was going to be colored. Because if you don't and you just do it on the outside, once you open the shirt or whatever you're dyeing, there will be a lot of spots that are completely white. So you always want to make sure that you put some dye in between all the creases to make sure that everything is nice and colored. This was her favorite part. She loved doing it. So that was really fun for her to do. Okay, so here we're doing the shirts, and I just wanted to show you how I crinkled my shirts. I like to come from every corner and kind of like meet in the middle. And you just want to make sure that it's as tight as you could get it, so you have a really cool effect. And then once you have it tied down, I think the hardest part is just tying it, because it's just hard to tie. But just try to tie it and making sure that everything is nice and tight and like crinkled together, so you get the best effect. So again, once you have that tied down, you're gonna go ahead and put your dye. Okay, so here's my shirt. It was super easy to work with because this material was so thin. Again, just doing the crinkling method. There's so many other methods that you could do for tie-dyeing. This is just my favorite because I feel like it just looks very marble looking. You could also mix the colors. I like to stick to single colors, but we did mix it for one of Penelope's little socks, and it gave us like a cool purple in between the pink and the blue. But that is pretty much it. Once you're done, you want to stick them in a Ziploc bag or cover them with Saran wrap so they stay nice and damp while they soak in. Okay, so this is what it all looks like. I really like this purple, blue, pink one, this purple and pink one, whatever it is. So these are nice. We put them in the Ziploc so they stay damp, and we're gonna let them hang out, I think for about, you don't have to leave them 24 hours or anything like that. I think I'm gonna let them hang out for like 6-7 hours. So let's see what time it is. It is 2:54, so we'll check on them around 9 o'clock and see what they look like. Okay, so moving on to bleaching, the first thing I did was cut off my sweatshirt. The only thing I'm going to recommend with this is
try it on first and see where you want to cut it before you cut it, because I didn't. I just thought it would be a good length, and it was actually pretty short, which is fine, but it was shorter than I wanted to. But once you have it cut off, you're gonna go ahead and again wet it. You want to wet everything before you do any type of dyeing or bleaching. And again, you're gonna go ahead and pick whatever method you want to use, crinkle it up or however you want to do it, and then tie it up just like how you did with the dye. And then you're just gonna go ahead and use your bleach. I'm using the Clorox cleanup. It worked out just fine, and this has like a little spray bottle, so I just started spraying that everywhere. And then in this plastic bottle I just had plain bleach, liquid bleach. But the reason why I use both is because I wanted to give it different like styles, I guess. If you use the spray bottle, you will get a different result than if you just squirt it out. So use whatever you want. If you have any squeeze bottles like condiment bottles, that is a great way to do this too. So I use the rubber bands to tie my whole sweatshirt, and then I use the actual sweatshirt string to tie up the hood, and then you're good to go. So once you have it tied, you're gonna make sure that you get bleach everywhere, because this is a sweatshirt. You want to make sure that you get enough of it everywhere, just because it's so much fabric. Make sure you turn it and get it on both sides nice and saturated with it. And then that's it. You could pretty much leave it in this plastic. You could wrap up the plastic and just leave it there hanging. Bleaching takes way shorter than dyeing, so you only need a few minutes, but depending on the fabric you might need more.
I didn't have Ziploc bags big enough for that, so I just left them in the bucket. You could leave it there for a couple hours and then it'll be fine. Okay guys, so here it is, my sweatshirt. This is what it turned out like. I absolutely love it. I do want to give you a couple of little tips. So after you wash your clothes, check them before you wash them, because sometimes depending on the material you might need them to sit in the bleach or the dye a little longer. So for example, this sweatshirt, usually if you bleach something, you only have to leave it let it hang out in the bleach for about 10 minutes or so. This I left for a couple hours, almost as many hours as I left that, because I could not see a difference in the actual fabric. Like, I just couldn't see it. I didn't start noticing it after a while later. So once you check and you see that the color is like what you want it to be, and you're seeing a difference in the material, you're gonna go ahead and rinse it with cold water, same as the tie-dye. You're gonna rinse them with cold water, and then you could go ahead and wash them in the washer as you normally would. But for example, that's what happened with the sweatshirt and the bleaching. This dress, this is what Penelope's dress looked like. This one I didn't have to leave that long at all. The longer you leave it, you're gonna see that it starts turning more white, and you also, the less you leave it, it's gonna start turning that little kind of like rust color. So it's up to you. I did leave it more than 10 minutes. I left it maybe for like 2 hours, but I love the way it looks. But that's the only tip. Depending on what type of look you're going for, leave it a little bit, only like 10 minutes, or leave it longer, also depending on the material. But I absolutely love the way this came out. Got so many compliments when we wore them. And then here are the t-shirts, how the t-shirts came out. So now mind you, again, because of the material, this is my t-shirt, which is a very thin kind of like see-through material. I love the way it looks. I didn't want like a super harsh pink. And then this is Penelope. So as you could tell, hers, it's a little more noticeable, which is fine because she's little, but also I think it has to do with the material. Her material is way thicker, so that's probably why. But I love the way these turn out. We haven't worn them because it hasn't been cold enough outside, but I love the way they look. I can't wait to wear them. I can't wait to get more and dye them. And then Penelope hid her socks, and I don't know where they are. I was trying to film this and she decided to hide them, and she won't tell me where they are, and now she left to with my parents for a walk, so I have no idea where they are. But this is what the other socks came out of. I made the mistake to set them on top of the blue ones when I was getting them out. I don't know why it would possess me to do that, but I got some blue dye on them, but it doesn't matter because you can't see that. All you see is the top, and I absolutely love the way they came out. So fun. Love them with like biker shorts. I think they'll look really cute. And then the other socks for Penelope, they came out the same. I just don't know where she freaking hid them. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you do it with your kids. I'm gonna be tie-dyeing other things. I'll probably show you on different vlogs. If you saw my last vlog with the Amazon haul, I got these pajamas to bleach, so I'm gonna share with you in a vlog how I bleached those pretty much the same way, but I think they'll catch on. The material will I can't talk. I think the material will like catch the bleach or hold on to the bleach better, so it'll be faster. And I also have a sweatshirt that I ordered from Amazon that I am going to again cut, and a tie-dye with a teal tie-dye that I got. So I got this other brand called Ritz that has amazing like different colors, not just like your typical neon tie-dye colors, but it has like rosy pinks and browns and teals, and a lot of them were sold out when I ordered, so I got a teal one and I'm super excited to use it. So stay on my vlog so you can see what more I do. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them down below. Let me know if you tried out, let me know if you've done it, and what you think of our results. I'll see you guys on my next video.